Hi guys, today I have something really exciting to show you. First of all, I'm a little sick, so my voice doesn't sound all that crisp. I'm sorry about that, but hopefully the video itself makes up for it. Today I'm going to show you all the products I have hit pan on recently. And I've done this, I think this is my fourth one in the last year or so. I've been having really good luck just hitting pan on products, so I have a ton to show you here. And none of them are repeating products because I just don't do that. I don't show you the repeating pans. If you want to see all the other products I have hit pan on in the previous ones, I will have the playlist link down below so you can go check it out. But basically today I have about, I think 10 or so products to show you, and I have a good mixture of face products and eyeshadow products. So let's just get started with eyeshadow products. I have a few palettes here. I think that's all thanks to my Project Pan Porn project I was doing this year. I was trying to hit pan on palettes as fast as possible. So I do have a few to show you here. The first one here is actually a self-made palette, I guess, because they're all depotted shades like this. They are all from the Balm, and they are from the two different palettes. One is the Bon Jovi palette, the other one is the Nude Tude palette. And because the pans are the same shape and size, I just decided to keep some shades from each palette and put them into a Z palette like this, and it works out for me. So I try to pan this one. You can see that I have 4 pans in this palette now. It's a little too bright, you can tell. I have 4 pans, so that's really exciting, and I'm even considering panning this thing completely next year just because I realize how much I actually like it. I like the color combinations, I like their payoff. They are quite on the powdery side too, so I don't think it's gonna give me trouble if I try to pan this. So that's on my list next year. Then I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. I have 3 pans in this palette, which is a little surprising to me just because I've never tried to pan a Anastasia Beverly Hills palette before. Those shades hit pan really fast, but according to everyone else, they do hit pan fast. Still, it shocked me a little bit. So I have 3 pans you can see from those 2 matte shades and this shimmery shade down here. And honestly, I wasn't too impressed by the quality of this palette. I just feel, well, the matte shades are great. They're powdery, but they do blend well. The color payoff is nice. But the shimmery shades, they just don't show up on my eyes, and they have tons of fallout, and not just a fallout in the pan, but fallout like on my face throughout the day. So I just don't appreciate that. I mean, I do use like cream shadow underneath sometimes to help with it, and it still doesn't help a ton. So I just feel, you know, for the price they're charging, they could really do better with their shimmery shades. They are more like pressed glitters, in my opinion, or pigments, but the fallout is really, really annoying. So I don't know. I'm gonna continue using it, but I'm sure I'm not gonna like completely finish this palette ever, just because there are too many shades in here that I don't care for. And then I have 2 Marc Jacobs palettes. They are both the Style Icon No. 7 palettes, just in different shades. The first one here is in the color The Dreamer. This one I hit pan on these shades a few months ago. I don't want to blind you, but you can see here I have the pan right in the middle, this dark brown shade. I use that in my brows, so that worked out pretty nicely. And at the end you can see this matte whitish color right here. Yeah, this one also has pan. So I hit pan on 2 matte shades. This palette is packed in pretty densely, so you don't hit pan easily, but also it's just so classy. I love the look of it. Everything I came up with it just looks put together. So I really enjoyed this palette, and I'm happy I still have it hanging around. I'm sure I'm gonna get a ton of use out of it eventually. And the next Marc Jacobs palette I have here is in the color The Enigma. This one is a little bit more on the colorful side, and I honestly don't like this one as much as Dreamer, but it still is a good one. And the 2 pans that I have are this matte light pink, you can tell right here, this one, and also this shimmery kind of taupe color right here. So baby small pans, but I'm happy I hit pan on them. I don't care much for those green and the blue down here. I just don't, I don't know, I don't go for looks like those often enough, and I just don't care much for them. So this palette isn't as good as the Dreamer in my opinion, maybe because of the color configuration, but the quality is definitely good. So yeah, we'll see how far I can go with this one. I probably wouldn't pan it completely. I just have one lip product to show you, so I figure I would just get it out of the way. This one is from the Deck of Scarlett edition number 4 palette, and yeah, they just come up with palettes every other month. You can subscribe to it if you want to, but I just got one palette, and in this palette they separate the two sides. So you have the cream side of product and you have the powder side over here. But I just tried to pan the lip shade up here in the color Sasha. I really like this lip shade. I think it looks really neutral, really just, it goes well with my skin tone and it just looks neutral. So I love that shade. I hit pan on it, but I don't know if I would continue to use it just because it's in a pan. It's a little harder to use. Maybe I would eventually depot it into a little jar and carry it with me that way, but I have so many other lip products, so we'll see if I ever get to that. Alright, all the rest of the products are face products now. So first of all, I have a highlighter from the Anastasia Aurora palette. This one, I just panned one shade on the bottom here, Lyra. This one, you can see the pan right here. I actually hit pan in weird places. There's a little pan here and there's a bigger pan right in the middle. I really don't care for this shade, even though in the pan it looks yellow. Usually yellow toned highlighter really works well on me because I'm very yellow toned. But this one, man, it's just, it has a very strong hot pink duochrome shimmer in it. Once I put it on my face, all I can see is a hot pink shimmer. It just looks weird, you know, like I didn't expect to see a stroke of like hot pink right here. So not a big fan. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't use that shade anymore. I would try to use the other shades, but just not this one. Then I have another face product from a big palette. This one is a Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I just used the heck out of this one shade right in the middle here. I really loved setting that, use that to set under my eyes. I think the color just is perfect. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I finish that one. Yeah, I don't know, I just love it that much. I haven't really used the other 5 shades in this palette, but I will get to it eventually. I feel that one is a little bit too dark for me possibly, but hopefully I can use those 2 bronzer shades and those 2 highlighter shades. Then I have 2 face powders here. One of them I really love and it's almost gone. This one is the Anastasia powder foundation actually, and my color is M03, I believe. And this one you can see that I am almost done with actually. It's definitely a huge pan and I just love this product. It's so good. It leaves my face kind of like a satin matte. It's not completely matte and it provides a little bit additional coverage, but it feels very light on my face and it has a great scent. All around, it's just such a good product and I would miss it for sure. You could buy the refill pan in here actually. You could just, you see there's a little slot back here. You can pop the pan out and just get a refill and put it back in there. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna do just because I like this powder that much. I'm gonna go buy the refill pan. And the other powder, actually, I can't believe I used it this far. This one is from MAC. It's the Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. And the color I have here is medium dark. It's super dark for me. I bought it one year. I don't know what I was thinking. I was super tan that year and it matched me then and it never matched me the years after. So this one is really hard for me to use. I basically use it like a light bronzer a lot of times. I would just use it on the outer perimeter of my face. And I hit pan on it earlier and I kept using it and then now the pan is pretty large. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't repress it or anything just because it's not really worth my time. I would use it a little more until it gets really difficult and I would just back to MAC this one. But I'm really glad I got really good use out of this even though the color doesn't match me at all. Then I have a blush from Ofra. This one is the Bellini color. I really enjoy this color. It's a little bit on the lighter side. It's like a melon kind of color. It was really nice in the winter month when I was a little more pale. Right now it could probably work again. I tried it in the summer. It didn't work all that nice in the summer just because it's way too pale. Now I feel my tan is going away a little bit. Maybe it will work better. I'll come back to it maybe next month or so, give it another try. I think the formula is really nice. It blends easily. It's quite powdery. That's why I hit pan on it pretty fast. You can see that pan right in there. But I do fairly enjoy this product and I will continue to use it for sure. And the last product now, this one is a highlighter, and this one is a really hard to use highlighter because it's really intense and it gives your skin a wet look, and I love that look. It's just such a good highlighter. It's from Lancome. It's a dual finish highlighter and my color is 05 Sparkling Peach. This one is a yellow toned highlighter. Like I said, that's just my jam. I love that. And this one is really intense, so I really have to go with a light hand every time I use it. So that pan is actually really hard because it took me so long. You can see that little pan right in there. It's, yeah, when you have to use a light hand, it takes forever for you to hit pan on, and I was just so proud that I did that, and I love this highlighter. It's probably my favorite in my collection right now. So that's all the products I hit pan on recently. Hopefully that's very satisfying for you to see. I always love those kind of videos. I just thought they were really inspiring and I can see what other people are working on. And for me, I always tell myself kind of like hitting pan is my mark where I would feel comfortable to say if I really like or hate the product. You can see the trend. If I hit pan on it and I hate the product, I have no problem throwing it away. That's basically my way of telling myself you've used it enough to really know the product. So this is definitely a milestone for me. And of course, most of them I actually really loved and enjoyed, and I would continue to use. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a like and also subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.